In this video, I will be making some girly wax seals. I have my wax warmer warming up, and I am going to start prepping some wax and things. I have this really pretty iridescent wax that I haven't used yet, and I've been meaning to. So let's get our two platters here. That's where I'll be grabbing the wax from. Alrighty, let's see. Where is my spoon? Okay. So I have a bunch of spoons to choose from. I think I'm gonna choose the white because it matches the vibe. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and unpack some of this wax. Okay, so I basically poured half of the bag in here. And now I'm gonna grab my tweezers. I have these little plastic ones. So what color should I start with? I was thinking of working with a pink. Alright, so there are 3 currently in there. Let's add another one. Okay, so I have 4, sorry. I have 4 cherry blossoms in here. They're so pretty. My handy dandy coaster here. I don't think I've poured wax on this yet before. I also have another coaster that is made of marble. So yeah, they're both made of marble. This one is absolutely stunning. There's so much detail on here. You can find these online. That's where I get them from. I try to look for like pure marble or good quality stone. For my wax melting, I also use this for handling hot things. So like this, for example. Oh, look at that. The colors look the same. That's so funny. Very unintentional. That's so pretty. So pretty. I think I got these around Valentine's Day. During Valentine's Day, I usually stock up on, or Valentine's month, I usually stock up on like super girly things, like things with hearts and roses and stuff. because you can typically find those during the season of Valentine's Day. Wow, so that's heating up pretty nicely. I really appreciate that. I love when wax heats up quickly. You can see there's some movement there. So pretty. Okay, so now I need to figure out what kind of stamp I'll be using. So I have some floral ones and I'm going to show you those right now. So these are my set of like roses and stuff. I don't know how well that's being picked up on camera, but there's like different variations of flowers, mainly roses and like peonies and stuff, kind of like squished together on one wax seal. I want to say this one is probably my favorite. So let's go ahead and choose this one. Also, do you hear that rain outside? It is pouring. I love it. I love being inside while it's raining. Outside, not so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and find a holder for my stamp head. I have this pretty one. It looks like a bamboo stick. So pretty. Okay, so because this one is kind of short, it doesn't go in all the way like your typical thick stamp, and I'll show you an example. So I have this one here. This one goes in all the way. This one does not, so you can see the thickness comparison. So these thicker ones usually stick on a lot better, and it just looks better too. All right, so let's start stamping. I'm excited because I haven't used this iridescent color in so long. And I'm even thinking of maybe, let's see, I have some molds here that I can use. I'm gonna use this one. And I'm gonna start pouring, and then I'm gonna stamp this. So I'm gonna give you guys a closer look, and hopefully that's centered. So you can see that it's, look how pretty that is. Oh, it's so pretty. So I'm just gently pouring. You technically want to pour in the center. I'm just trying to get as much of that out as possible. And then I'm just going to press down, and we'll wait for that to cool, or solidify is the better word. And what I do is I just clean the back of the spoon. So that little spout is usually very, oh, that's so pretty, look at that. The spout usually has some wax coming out of it, so you always want to clean that. But in the meantime, let's take a look at that beautiful euphoric color. Oh, I love it so much. It is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in the pot and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. It should be cool by now, so what I'll do is a quick test. I want to make sure this is focusing. I wonder why that's not focusing. Okay, so what I do is I just take the tweezers that I was working with, and what I'll do is just tap, tap, tap. You don't want to move it when it's too cool, or I'm sorry, too warm. Otherwise, you could damage the wax seal. I'm having a very difficult time focusing my camera. I don't know why. It's very weird. But anywho, let's go ahead and gently... Well, that's never happened before. It's not a big deal. We can get creative. So I'm going to put this to the side. And what I'm going to do is just peel this way. That's so funny. That's never happened to me before, but it somehow happens on camera. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and peel this way. This was not supposed to happen, by the way. This was supposed to be a much cleaner lift. That was incredibly random, and it's funny that I got that on camera. But yeah, there's that pretty set of roses. Absolutely stunning and romantic. Now, if I had put a little bit more wax, we would get a nice border there. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to reuse this wax. I do that quite often. But yeah, perhaps in the next video I will play with this recycled wax. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoy content like this, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!